S5, S4, Dark Angel. The Dark Angel was named by the civilian observers who first saw the S4 interceptor in action. As a Navy bomber squadron attempted to obliterate a food production facility within Diomedes, those witnessing the devastation suddenly saw the dark shape of approaching vengeance emerge from the distant field of stars. As it grew, it took on the form of an angel, an avenging angel, a Dark Angel. Those first Dark Angel's interceptors wiped out the enemy bombers, and a legend was born. The craft's design is now regarded as outdated, although its symbolic value is still of immense importance. It remains the primary craft of the League of Free Worlds. S9 Hydra. Originally developed as a small-scale scout craft known as Medusa, continual upgrades and modifications resulted in the fearsome assault craft now known as the Hydra. Of all the League's airborne military craft, it is the Hydra which is most frequently used to engage enemy units and render them harmless. It was initially employed in its current form during the famous plantation scandal of the Uprising's late phase, during which Navy craft attempted to wipe out vast tracts of fertile land. The Hydra successfully stopped the attacks and was subsequently used in a number of offensive activities before entering mass production in a number of classified locations. S7 Chimera. Developed by a League loyalist known only as Regis during the mid-phase of the Uprising, the Chimera has proved itself time and again to be one of the League's greatest military craft. Little is known about Regis, other than that he was awarded the Flower of Honor by the Father himself. He was then thought to be in such danger of naval retribution that his identity was changed and he vanished. The Chimera is a heavy bomber responsible for destroying large numbers of Navy fleet craft. This is vital, as current statistics show enemy fleet craft outnumbering the League's own by at least 5-1. The craft is able to operate over long distances, delivering a heavy payload with extreme precision. S11 Demon. A maneuverable and powerful heavy support craft, the Demon was developed in underground bunkers created secretly by members of Gallinaya's anti-Empire resistance. These bunkers were used as basic research bays and staffed by intellectuals previously employed in Empire educational establishments. Having joined an informal resistance grouping known as the Way of Hope, they pooled their accumulated knowledge and designed a number of small vehicles which could be used during anti-Empire activities. The Demon was the only project which was later improved upon by the League's more formal Airborne Development Division. However, so effective has it since proved, the Way of Hope is still fondly remembered and honored on League ceremonial days. T9 Tornado. The Tornado is the fastest fighter-class craft in the Colonial Navy. Its speed derives from a Skywind Central Evasion Unit built in the Bassect Research Compound on Shalina. This unit includes a self-lubricating insert derived from the compound Cortidext. Certain questions have been raised about the Tornado's suitability for close combat, as engineers have never been able to construct anything more than basic protective systems without compromising its speed. However, during the notorious Reaper raids of the later expansionary phase, a single tornado pursued and destroyed an entire pack of heavy-duty constructors carrying impact lasers. This act ensured a place for the tornado in all future Navy campaigns. T-45 Thunderchild. Most commonly encountered performing escort duties and area defense sorties for the colonial Navy, the Thunderchild was developed by Corps Revolution Industria during mid-phase colonization. The original model was called the Infant. It was involved in several small-scale industrial revolts on inner system planets and came to be regarded as an indispensable part of the colonial expansion force. With the addition of a Dreamer propulsion system upgrade, it was renamed and added to most of the Navy's first encounter battalions. T-29 Stormlord. When Lieutenant Rigster Johning unveiled the original Stormlord at a gathering on one of the hidden inner moons, he inadvertently signed his own death warrant. As project leader, he had approved the use of a self-reversing device in the ship's detonation guard. This flaw was revealed during the subsequent demonstration in which the ship exploded, killing 3 command staff. The lieutenant was executed just minutes later. The ship's system blueprint was later modified by engineers on Janus, resulting in the current heavily guarded model. With heavy shields and a reinforced hull, the Stormlord is used to disable and destroy enemy fleet craft. It has been used widely in active service, although, due to the events at its initial unveiling, it is still treated with suspicion by longer-serving members of the colonial Navy. T-5 Avalanche. Decrypted data sources reveal that more avalanches are produced in one Imperial Arms factory during a year than have been destroyed by League forces during the entire uprising. Whether these figures have been subject to modification or not, it remains clear that this well-armed and protected strike craft is one of the Navy's favored attack weapons. First encountered during a small-scale food rebellion, the avalanche destroyed entire communities in a matter of minutes. It has since been used many thousands of times, giving it near-legendary status within the Navy. Indeed, many of the Navy's inner command began as avalanche pilots during the uprising's mid-phase. Frigate. The smallest class of battleship, the frigate is widely used by both Navy and League. The frigate was originally used as a means of policing and suppressing civilian populations during mid-phase expansion. It was later adapted for military use and equipped with as much weaponry as its design allowed. However, despite its impressive speed, it is still regarded as lacking in firepower. Cruiser. The original cruiser models were adapted from the early frigates used by colonial population control divisions throughout the inner systems. Heavier protection was required once civilian zones began to engage in violent insurgency activities, and the first cruisers were used in anger during the 4091 Sky City riots on Jupiter. Its design has since proved highly effective in skirmish battles. The League's equivalent vessel is also regarded as a well-established and indispensable fleet craft. Destroyer. Although the number of destroyers in the Navy's fleet is unknown, and the number used by the League is classified information, it is acknowledged by both sides that more destroyers exist than any other fleet craft. However, it was not always so popular. Of the 5 original prototype models supplied to the Navy by Devasta Inc., 2 were found to be highly dangerous due to flawed cabling. One was occupied and later ransacked during a freak outbreak of face scab madness. One was sabotaged by a group of dissatisfied Marines, while the last one fell from the sky during active service, wiping out a field of children. The directors of Devasta Inc. were hounded to their graves by public officials, while the manufacturer of the destroyer was handed over to the GDX group. It is their model which is now used by the Navy, and whose inner circuitry supplied the basis of the League's design. Strike assault craft. Cloak facility will cloak the craft, allowing vessel to maneuver undetected. Command craft. Both League and Navy command craft are responsible for governing and overseeing the movement of fleet sections. They are involved in the high-level strategic analysis and tactical planning of operations. Consequently, they carry elite officers, generals, and other skilled tacticians, along with comprehensive data processing technology. It is alleged that a number of Navy command craft are actually not command centers at all, but recreational retreats, where high-ranking officers are treated to expensive food, rare drinks, and exotic leisure experiences. The Tsar himself is thought to enjoy frequent visits to such craft, although the rank-and-file Navy crew members are unaware of these activities. It is certain that no such practices occur on League vessels, although security measures are no less stringent. Titan. The origins of the Titan are unknown. It is a recent addition to the Navy's fleet, and is regarded by Empire commanders as the weapon which will ultimately smash the League of Free Worlds uprising. Analysis of the Titan's alleged capabilities suggests that it may be capable of destroying entire worlds, although such speculation is yet to be confirmed. Cargo transport.